Hello and welcome back. This is day 281 of streaming every single day, and art stream number 50. Today we're going to be drawing our dog from real life, Zero. I want to draw him kind of like if you were like a Pokemon, like a Fakemon, like a creature of some sort. First, because I had made one of his like forms last time, off stream. I was just messing around, drawing stuff, like doodles. But then I also want to make him into a Twitch emote for you guys to be able to use. Like if he's barking or whatever in the background, you could just like spam the dog emote. I was thinking of calling it just like woof or zero rough or something. Because it literally just sounds like he's saying like woof over and over again. So we have this one right here. This was his first form kind of thing. And then I wanted to make a second form and then a third one. He'd be a 3-tier evolution stage dog. Like when he was a really small puppy. And then to middle-sized, like the awkward stage, and then we have his full form. But yeah, and then we'll get to the emote version on this tab up here after that. Hopefully we'll be able to do all that today. These will just be like little sketches, so they don't take too much time. And I want to be able to show you guys what I do to make these, essentially. This one was a little raccoon idea. It didn't really turn out like a raccoon. I feel like it turned out more like a, why is it so off-center? Oh, I see what happened. I feel like it turned out more to be like a, red panda. The quote-unquote raccoon one, I mean. Yeah, so I had a blacked out version to see if I could, like, see the uniqueness of, the shape. For character design reasons. And then I want to show you guys how I did that too. So I'll have this one. And this one. I didn't make one for the raccoon, I guess, yet. This one's the raccoon then. So then we'd have a shadow version of that, and then put one up here. I should make a folder for him, actually. Since he'll be a 3-stage. Okay, we got 3 of him. And now, got this version, and then we can make this right here. Wait. Okay, so I wanted to do Z-Ref for this one, but then I decided, like, maybe, because I had Zerupi, Zeref, and Zerwoof, which I don't know, or, which one would be better. Zerwoof, I think, was one of them. But I needed to decide on the names for the 0 forms. Hello, Rio, how are you today? So I think we landed on Zerupi for this one. Zero puppy. Good, you? That's good, glad to hear it. I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. Oh yeah, and I still want to get back to, more of that new deep dungeon. I honestly kind of forgot. Because I was just wanting to do art so bad today. So that works for me. I guess maybe tomorrow we can do more deep dungeon. I might try on a different class, even than I've been going on. I don't know if you guys saw the description of my last VOD, but I also edited that to reflect, like I added the description so that now it'll be up on YouTube, whatnot. And yeah, I wanted to mention that I did wipe on Paladin last stream, like twice, on the floor 10 boss and then the floor 20 boss. But then after that, I was also working on another class. So that was fun. I had a way better time on a DPS, guys. I'm just gonna say that. I had a way better time on DPS. Solo. Tank was not fun for me. It was actually kind of crazy. Like, I haven't tried Gunbreaker yet, so I might try that next time on stream. And we'll see how that goes. But I also didn't have Aether Pool at first, so that probably had a huge impact. So far, it's my favorite deep dungeon, but also the most frustrating for me. Like, it just feels very grueling, but also it feels rewarding, if it makes sense. Like, I definitely prefer this one to all the other ones. Sometimes it feels like Heaven and High is just a walk in the park, because, like, I can do solo Heaven and High, even floors 1 through 40, like, really easily. But then this one is just like, whoa. Like, what the heck? I was not expecting the difficulty of, like, killing the mobs from the beginning. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I wanted to say that I had fun last night on Viper. I had Rio teach me a bit about Viper before I went into it. And while I have heard it's like the easiest class ever, I just wanted to make sure I was doing everything right for the little rotation and everything. So I got some confirmation on that, and then yeah, I had absolute blast in um, Pilgrim's Traverse. I unfortunately didn't record it or stream it. I was tempted to though. I did want to, but I ended up not doing that. And yes, I made it to floor 30 boss, but I also wiped on that one because I guess you can't take a single hit as a Viper. And I also popped both of my healing abilities way too soon. So I'd like to try that again on Viper. I think that's what we'll be doing next time on stream. It seemed pretty promising. I think I know the mechanics well enough in that fight now, after that one time. It should be good. But I'm curious to see how much harder the floors get progressively. And I feel like I probably have a wipe on every boss floor so long as I don't know what's happening the first time. Ugh. See, with Eureka Orthos, I feel like it's a little bit easier because we had someone teaching us stuff and telling us the mechanics and stuff because they've already done it. But then I wanted to just go full solo with this one. Like, I was gonna have 2 solo saves. When I wiped on one, I was just gonna go to the other, and then I was gonna make sure they were both at the same rank before I continued. All that stuff. Yeah, it's kind of a, I don't know, is it pointless, guys? Is it? It's fun. But is it pointless? No, you were learning. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, would it be pointless to continue doing this all solo? I've heard that even for the world first teams that they were getting Aetherpool in a group first, and then they broke apart to do, the solo runs. I'm like, what? What do you mean? So I don't know the validity of that, but I did hear that. And that was just some of the teams. I don't know if the world first person did it or not. This kind of looks like a deer or a horse more than Zero. This right one, I mean. I could use it for a design like that, though, potentially. But yeah, no, Pilgrim's Traverse, definitely my favorite, but also the most grueling for solo. I've heard it's, like, really good and really fun with, a bunch of people. Like a full party. I do want to try it that way some point, but I want to get everything done solo first. Maybe that's dumb or something, but I like it, so. I've never gotten to actually, like, properly study these things before, so I really wanted to be able to put the time into that. I've also never been around for... Well, I have been around for Eureka Orthos when that first came out, but I just didn't do it right away. It took me so long before I started it. By the time I started it, it was already out for 2 years or 3 years. So, yeah. First deep dungeon on content. But that doesn't change the difficulty level. I think it's just because I went solo immediately with no Aether Pool. Nice. Do you like it, Rio? Or does it look more like a deer than Zero? Deero. I think once I get his head, it'll be much more understandable, maybe? I'm gonna draw one of his ears differently than the other because of his ears are actually like that. Cute. Thank you, thank you. I know his ears weren't this big compared to his head as a puppy, but hey, this is like a Pokemon-like design, right? So we can exaggerate some of the features. Looks like a distinguished gentleman. His chest wasn't this broad though at that age, so let's like take that down a notch. And that should be better. It's a little bit better, yeah. A little bit more accurate. I want to keep it as accurate as possible with also exaggerating some features that were really cute. He looks just as cute as the picture, guys. Just as cute as the drawing. That part is not exaggerated. I feel like he's always looked a little bit long. So I want to try to represent that too. He's always looked a little bit extra long when he's not. I mean, he is long. He is very long. Long puppy. But this looks more like a dachshund. Let me fix that with this here. His legs were very long though too, so I don't know. Okay, I have an idea. Let me make his legs a little bit thinner. Because he had big paws, but then small legs. Like thin legs. Let's change his pose a little bit. I wanted to have him standing up, but I know his neck like connects directly to his back, so this part would just be a little bit different then. I just didn't want to have to redo that part, but I will have to anyways. Do this. So that would mean right about here would be... His leg is up here. Will it make it proportional to? Alfie, how will you eat when you're drawing? That's... It's a little bit of a challenge, but we got it. I just have to stop in between. But that's suggesting I know how to stop. I meant what? You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. Let's do his little tail curl he does. Okay, well, if you need to save that, I can get you something else instead. Just let me know. Oh, okay. No worries. I think I should be okay with this. But thank you, Rio, for offering. There we go. There's little puppy Zero. I even drew his hackles on the back when he barks. Looks very funny. Okay, so what we do is a little bit scary with this part. This part, does indeed scare me a lot. Because essentially I had to fill in every piece here that you guys see. And hope that it doesn't forget what it looked like before. And in this case, where there's multiple places that aren't filling in, I'll go back over those like this. Whatever you do, don't save right here. Do not save. We're gonna do this. Touch this up a little bit. Okay, so... And then we're going to... Actually, we can't do that. We should do this, though. We... Turn this black on both of these. And then we copy this, right here. And then we go back to before we did that. There we go. Now, we paste. And now we have another version. That's why I didn't need to make this one, actually. Or this one. Very nice. Oh, and don't forget to save after you do that. You want to save after you do that. So now we have the blacked out version of both of them. I think what we're going to do is we're going to move him over here underneath, and then we're going to have his like adult form on the right side. Okay, so I'm going to have to do some structuring for this one. I might have multiple layers. I'm thinking of a very specific pose. But it's going to be hard to fit him in this scenario, I suppose. How do I draw this Rio? Perspective I chose is kind of bizarre, honestly. It's very hard to envision him right now. I still see him as this tiny little cute puppy. Where is his tail pose? It's more out like this, but I think that's what's messing me up. It's because it's more out like this. But for the sake of the drawing itself, I'll put his tail over here. And see, his legs are like very close together. It's one of the things that usually distinguishes a dog from a wolf. But his legs are very close together. There is definitely a distance, but not as much as I've seen on a lot of dogs. He has a very long and slim muzzle, but I'm having a hard time depicting it. His head's not that big compared to his body. It was when he was a baby, but like honestly, I could probably increase the size of his head here. He has a broad chest. Relatively broad, I guess. I think our guess was, it's most likely Doberman and Black Lab. Oh, these are adorable. Oh, thank you, Rio. They really represent the 0 stages, too. Aw. Yeah, this is the first dog I can actually remember as a puppy, so I was glad we got to experience that for the first time. Because technically I grew up with my childhood dog. I never got to, like, raise him or anything. But I got to see, like, the life stages of 0, because we got him when he was a very small puppy. I really wanted to represent him this way though, like kind of like a Pokemon, just because of his little hackle thing he does when he barks. Like he hears a knock at the door and he just starts barking. He used to bark at the wind though, because he's a silly puppy. That was crazy, he grew out of barking at the wind. I wouldn't be so sure of that. Okay, but for the most part, right? For the most part. For the most part, he doesn't bark at the wind anymore. For the most part. I mean, when the wind picked up a lot the other day and it was making a lot of noise and wind chimes were going off and everything, yeah, he was barking, but that's more understandable than just barking at a window being open. He seems really good on walks too, though, so I think it's funny that he barks when he's in the house, but when we're on walks, he won't, like, bark like that. At least not at the wind. He's guarding. Yeah, probably. It's like, this is my house. He's more lean than this. I should change his leg a little bit. I like what I did with this leg here, but I think with this one, I didn't do it as accurately. Made him like a dragon. What the heck? I just realized that. Change that. Oh yeah, I've been getting into some more animes again lately, even by myself, so I was thinking of doing, when I complete anime series, at least up to the final point that's there at the time that I finish it, then I want to do like a commemorative like art piece for each one, representing the animes I've finished. But I'd prefer to do it with animes that are actually like done, so that I won't have to go back to draw them again. And I want to draw like either the main characters or the characters that stood out to me the most, or my favorite characters from those series. So I'm thinking of doing that at some point. But that involves actually finishing some animes. So we gotta work on that. Which is easy enough with playing Final Fantasy in the background and stuff. I think that should be alright. Woohoo, anime time, right? Oh my gosh, yeah! So, we have to finish, or we have to start the first episode of, what's it called? I want to do that really bad with you guys. So, I got this one manga a few years ago now, and I only have the first manga volume, but I can already say it's, like, amazing. Like, the story writing is really good so far. And I feel like it's, like, the next Solo Leveling kind of thing. Like, it feels like, I don't want to compare it to Solo Leveling, but, like, it feels like a really good, story writing. Like, not your typical classroom isekai. But it's called, My Status as an Assassin Obviously Exceeds the Heroes. And that one just was coming out to Crunchyroll. And, I remember hearing about the announcement of it becoming an anime, and I've been waiting for months now, so I really want to watch that with you guys still. The first episode just came out on the 6th of October this year. And yeah, it's already technically been 2 days now since it came out, and I didn't know that it came out early on the 6th. I remembered late night of the 6th, and I was like, no, we didn't watch it! But that was what I remembered. It was way late. I'm hoping we'll get to watch that later tonight, maybe? We still gotta play Repo, though. I might even do that on stream some point. Also, I think I should make this part, like, fuzzy. He's got, like, fluffy right here. Lots of fluff. Let me fluff this part up real quick. There we go, that's way more Zero-like. Okay, almost. Gotta, like, I feel like I need to expand this part right here. So we're gonna do exactly that. Keep it more stylized. Hello, Elfin Fable. How are you today? And how do you like our depictions of Zero? Very cute. Oh, thank you, thank you. I think we're gonna unround this down here. I'm gonna like change this just a little bit just to see how this looks. Because I feel like it was fine with this one because of the pose and the perspective of that one. This one, you might want to make sure it goes like up like this first. Yeah, more like that. Get rid of this little notch right there though. That's perfect. Well, not perfect, but you guys know what I mean. I also like to expand like the depth by taking this toe a little bit further down. There we go. That's a little bit of the depth better. Do you guys ever have this thing where you're like, you can picture it in your head, but you don't know what you're picturing? Like, it sounds very counterintuitive, was it? Like, it doesn't really make sense when you think about it. That's kind of what this design was for me. It was like I could envision some parts of it, but not fully what I was imagining. But now that I've gotten it down, this is pretty much what I was imagining. It just wasn't a clear, concise idea before. It's kind of like a mix of what I was trying to think or imagine at the time. I think this came out way better than what I was even picturing. So I'm happy for that. You guys, I can't forget the shoulder hackles. Starts right about here, like. It's more straight up than that. That's why it looks so ridiculous. Do this. And yeah, we'll complete it like that. Yeah, we'll do that right there. We can complete this right about... I don't want it to... Yeah, there we go. We did remove the head now. We had our head base. Move his head back real quick. I want to make sure his face is like pointed down because is what looks so funny about him. Also cute at the same time as he has like his face that just goes all the way down like this, like very long puppy face. That is a little bit bigger than that, actually. Specifically his muzzle is bigger than that. Yeah, that's more accurate. Get those eye spots going, and then we got... What I think is funny about my final form depiction of him, it kind of looks like a wolf, but then he just has these floppy ears. I suppose that kind of makes sense though, because I'm very used to drawing wolves as opposed to dogs. It's so him though. Is it? I was like, wait. And yes, I'm still drawing his ears all lopsided like they are. One of them specifically is turned a weird way. It's natural for his ear. It's really weird. I can't remember which ear it was, but it was one of them. Can't remember if his ears were higher up on his head or like this. We should look at a photo real quick. I think I should make his ears higher up on the head. Oh no, that is the right distance, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have the ears reversed. his other ear is the lopsided one. It's actually really funny. It's this ear that's lopsided. This one's not. Hang on, let me redraw that just to reflect the change. Let's see here. Did it for all his forms, darn it. I think I'm gonna open up this part again. Even though I didn't like it technically before, I am gonna open it up again. There we go. Just seem more like it belongs there. Because up there is just the shoulder blade of his arm. But seriously, his head does not belong in his body. It looks so weird. Don't you think so, Rio? Looks so weird. Just my drawing version of him. If you guys actually got to see like actual photos, you guys would see what I mean. This is the lopsided ear. Like one's just open, one's like closed or whatever. It looks weird. But it's cute. I think if I round his face a little bit more, I was just trying to like show like his weird like fluffy wiry fur. That didn't make his face sleek enough. Like I made it come out way further than I think it does. Like more like this. But then it looks like an elephant. Rose an elephant and a wolf? That's crazy. Are we sure he's not part elephant, Rio? Now we have Zero Nuppy here. Look at him. Look at the zero. I think I need to like smooth the spot. Going from his face to his... Yeah, that's what I need to do. Yes, that is it. That is it. That's what I had to do. Let's do this actually. Do this first, and then we... Oh, that makes his nose really small. His nose is pretty big. What we need to do is this. That's much more accurate. Oh my gosh. I think you could see a Labrador in his face a lot. He also likes water, and he likes tennis balls a lot. Literally the other night it was pouring outside, and he decided to... I was letting him out for the night. He found a toy out on the deck somewhere, and he was playing with it in the rain. I'm like, dude, where did you find that, for one? And for two, you're literally running around in the rain. Oh my gosh. So he definitely likes water. Yeah, this is so much more accurate to him. This is way more accurate. Don't you agree, Real? Yeah, he's even got his, like, little... It's actually curled. Wait, what? What is going on in that photo? What? His ear is, like, curled up this way. And then falls back down like this. Looks so silly. It's good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I just looked at a photo and his ear is literally doing something weird like that. Like, what is going on? I don't know how his ears did that, though. You don't think it's because of the Doberman, right? Because he's part Doberman? It's like just curled. Looks very funny, though. And then it's like fluffy in here. Fluffy. And he has very, like, almost human-like eyes where his placement is. It's like right here. I could just leave it like that and just call it 0. Oh. More like that shape for his eyes. He has a more rounded shape on the edges. If I were to do this, then it'd be like more like that. You can actually see the brown of his eyes pretty well. At least in the light, you can see it pretty well. Add the tip back to this one real quick. Even though I can't draw the white there now, that's where the white of the eyebrow would have been. So he does have a little point off on the sides. Now we have a zero puppy on here. Did go a little bit more cartoony. Well, you know, I just realized we're gonna have to like redo the whole silhouettes if we change the ear too. At least the third one is right. Technically, I could reverse the other two if I wanted to. If they would look okay, that is. Okay. We might do that thing later. I want to get to making the emote version. If you guys don't mind. This one has a lot of gaps. This is going to be hard to do it all in one go. I definitely prefer it to be in one go if I could do that. Just so it doesn't like take up more undos. If that makes any sense, guys. That one isn't filled in intentionally. So many gaps up here though, man. So many! Try not to lift it off the canvas. Okay. We just need to do this now. Wait, we need to backspace all this now? Please, I hope I didn't mess it up. Okay, I didn't. There we go. I did just realize one small little detail down here, but that's alright. I think we can fill that in just fine. Not with that color. I thought it was supposed to turn whatever color you turn on here. It's weird. Eh? What is going on? Hello? Okay. Makes more sense. No, I can't see either of these. Eh? Wait, what's going on? What is going on there? Yes, I'm editing both of these, am I not? Really? Okay, that's just annoying. I don't like who does that. Okay, so I'd like to color this in. Why is it not working? Just need to color it in. There we go. I just need to use this now, and then there. You know, it especially works for him though, because he's actually a black dog. So. I think I should do a revamped version of him though, where he is a little bit more stylized, because the face is like trying to get more realistic, I guess, of him. But then, like, I could even just do that now, but I suppose it'd be really hard now, wouldn't it? What I should do is I should, like, make a copy of each of these versions. That's what I should do. So now I have... Yeah, I have a copy version now. Turn off the original one we did, and then we'll edit this one. And then, yeah, because I want to do that just to make it a little bit more like, more like Pokemon-like, I guess. To make my own dog like him, like, Pokemon. And I did like the little paw thing that they do, but like, I don't know. I like drawing paws like this. I think for this one, we should make the paws a little bit less detailed. And we still have the copy, don't worry. We did not just ruin this. You know, come to think of it though, when I was trying to think of his type, he would definitely be electric type. With his amount of energy. You know, actually I could do like a less detailed version of the paw like this. But that's still kind of... I don't know. That one definitely doesn't look right for that. Just because of that, yeah. What I'd like to do is have like long claws. Even though they're not that long, like I said, it's gonna be like an over exaggeration of what he looks like, but more like a design. point of view when I realize my dog is just a lichen rock. I think it'd be better if they were a little bit shorter. Like the one you did on the first paw was good. Okay, one step closer. Now we're gonna edit the face. I want to give him a more Pokemon-like look. I do like the ear curl thing, because that's unique to him, and that's the whole point. But I want to make his muzzle a little bit sharper. So I think what I need to do is I need to draw over this first. I need to just like... I think it would have been easier if I just did this. I'm trying to think... What's more Pokemon style? Perspective issue. What happened over there? What the heck? Then we could change eyes. We still do have some Pokemon with eyes like this though, too. Right eye is filled in a little bit too much. I think this captures the essence of Pokemon more. Move his nose though, because his nose is a little bit off. Technically I should reverse the nose, but I'm not going to do that. There we go. Oh, we should move the eyes a little bit. Just a little bit. But his eyes are still pretty close, yeah. I should do a little thing they do. I'm gonna take the old versions and put them below everything. Because I think I prefer this one. Though the other one is like realism mode, I think this one just captures the vibe more. It kind of happens for me when I'm like looking at references. It happens. His ears though I still did without looking. This one I did look at this one. I think for the actual Pokemon-ish vibe, we should do this though. Kind of just like change the shape a little bit, make it more clear. I'll make this one a little bit bigger if I can. So like I said, I want to exaggerate some of his cute features. Might have made his eyes a little bit too big. Can change that here. Hold shift to add more to that. There we go. I like the way his right eye turned out a lot. There we go. I want to change the paws a little bit. Also where this part bridges here, I want to change this. Just a little bit. A teeny bit. There we go. Oh! I just realized something. This is actually really big to this design. Like this is gonna impact him a lot. So you guys see him at least here. Okay, that's much better. I actually don't mind the head tilt, but I was just only doing that to fix the neck, because he had like no neck, and I didn't address where that would be beforehand. So now that is fully addressed. There we go. It's my pepperoni. Okay, sorry about that. We were not talking for quite a while, but I was just like hardcore focusing on this. What I'd like to do is wait, I just realized like this wasn't ever like, oh wow. How did it fill with that? Huh. But yeah, so I wasn't talking for a while because I was like locked in, just trying to figure out how to finish this as fast as possible without making it look bad. I want to still do the emote tonight. It's already been 2 hours though. Otherwise, we can work on it next time, but I think it'd be nice to do it for our 50th art stream. We like to do something special every 10 art streams that we get to do on this channel, so I'd like to do that still, and I think that we should make that the emote. Besides what we're doing right now. This is also special. Getting to draw my puppy for everyone. There we go. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to fill the whole thing out, remember? With this. We have more parts it seems this time. Which might be a little bit problematic. Once we get everything mostly filled out, this happens. And then from there we can fill out anything specifically that we want to be filled out. Once again, try not to lift the pen. Just because I don't want to not be able to backspace all this. And there's our work, essentially. Do not save, Alfie. Do not save. Can we do this all in one go? Mess that up for sure. No, even though we made this multiple, I think we should be able to do this just fine. Whew. We're gonna make this all black now. Copy. Nice. Paste. Now we got it. Guys, our 3 forms are done. I'll make them like up at the top or in the middle, maybe? I also think I'm gonna want to go back as well to edit the first two at some point. Just to make sure they're also more stylized, because I like how the third one is more stylized than all 3 of them. Actually, the puppy one is very, very stylized. Oh. I just can't decide. Was the first one gonna be Zeruf or Zerupi? Because I feel like the middle one could be that one too. then again, he didn't start, like, actually, like, barking until he was, like, a puppy. Like this. So that could be Zeref. But then what would the third form be, Rio? I was trying to think, and I was like, Zerwoof or Zeref? But, nah. I don't know, I think it doesn't sound right. Hmm. Maybe we'll find a name for him next time? Or I could do Zero, like, Howl. Since he looks a little bit like a wolf. Zero. Actually, it works for Growl too, because, like, when he's, like, barking. Yeah, that works. Okay, our template now. We have our template. Discord template. This is actually the one we use for Discord, but I think we were going to use the same one for Twitch emojis, but actually... Hang on a minute, let me look this up real quick. They might have different ratios. This is 1,000 by 1,000. $500 by 500 pixels or more, and then scale it down. Okay. So 1,000 by 1,000 is just fine. We just scale it down to either 28 by 28, 56 by 56, or 112 by 112. Probably go for the 112 option. So 1,000 by 1,000 is fine, but we're gonna have to scale it down. And that actually makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, let's get started. We have... I need to think about how I'm gonna do this, though. Oh, that's what it was. So I was gonna do... This looks green. Why does it look green? What the heck? Only then can I see the difference that it's actually black. I don't like it because of this background. That's much better. I was looking... Why does it still look green? Oh my gosh. I think there's something wrong with my eyesight. Oh my gosh. Let me... Um... Not... Well, I can't draw on that one. It's still showing up as green for my eyes. What the heck is going on? This is bizarre and I'm confused, but we'll just roll with that. I should zoom out for this, actually. I'll do, should I do from the side? Should make it more like tilted like this. So I can fit the whole thing. The ear is so weird. How do I draw this? I'm gonna go back around this with like a white around it. I feel like his ear shape is kind of like a cream cheese ragoon. What am I looking at? At least the way I'm drawing it right now. What in the world? Make his head a little bit smaller. I can upsize from there if we feel comfortable. I feel like I made him look like a husky somehow. Husky with long ears. What I'd like to do is take a copy of this and then paste and then go up like this. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Looks like the puppy. Oh, we won't delete the layer actually, we can use that later. Oh, it's an extra layer, okay. We might want to delete that then for now. They might need to get the live reference. You see his face again. Hang on. Let's turn the canvas. I think it's weird because, like, I have the ear turned. Oh, wait. Oh, his ear would look like that. Okay. And then we have... I should make the rest of his head a little bit smaller again, though. Just because I feel like... Oh, the ear is too big. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I have to move it up more, but I don't want to mess with anything else. So I need to do this. It's gonna be hard because I'm trying to make it within the confines of this little spot here, and I don't want to cut anything off. Trying to make sure I can get the most use of the space, this tiny square space. That's already looking better though, from what we just had it at. His ears are smaller than this, so we need to shrink this one down a little bit more. What are we thinking of that? I'm gonna move his ear back more. I'm gonna do this part just to close it off, but let me just delete this part here. I think the ears should be the part to close it off, because I want it to be a cohesive emote. Okay, we have this now, and then, oh my gosh, what the heck? I'm gonna shrink it down, or rather size it up, whatever we can to fit it within the boundaries. I want to be able to make the most of the space we have. That should be enough. Rio, would you say this captures the essence of Zero's crazy barking? I need to see what his eye looks like again from the side. I think something's up with the eye, but here, let me... Yeah, something about the eye. Where's the live reference? Oh yeah, so you can see his eye from the front, which means I need to do something like this. Looks like he's screaming, I'm not gonna lie. He might as well be. I think what I'm gonna do from here, though, is we're gonna take this part right here, and we're gonna move this. I think it's slightly inaccurate. We're gonna try to do this here. Notice this pen type does a lot of these trailing things, which I'd like to stop it from doing. It's a little bit better now. To like fix certain parts now though because of it. So we want it to look good. This is the part we're gonna need to fix, is down here. There we go. Just like that. Oh, we have to fix the ear now, though, down here. Oh my goodness, there's so much about the ear. Like to be pristine if we can get it to that point. Relatively pristine. Keep this little eye thing there because it builds character. I think it does give a little bit of character to him. This is so hard. Oh my goodness. I've undone a lot of things. I'm just trying to make sure the teeth look alright. I know it won't be like very immediate to notice anyways. It's just the teeth. I want it to look okay at least. When I say okay, I mean like pristine. That's the type of quality I'm going for. Make sure it's thin, like nice and thin. There we go. Thin lines. Okay. I need to go back to the color layer. Erase some of this. I didn't happen to catch the color that we were using for this, but if it was this one, then we should be good. Like that I can actually see now. Oh, hang on, I need to go back to this one. This layer. Didn't realize this part was like a little bit erased there. Now we need to go back to the color layer. Go here. Go in this spot. What's going on here? You go back to this layer up here. Fill it in with that. Right here. Go back to color layer. I'm gonna give him a cartoony look with his eyes. Probably be funnier if I had like a photoshopped version of Zero and just had his mouth open from the side. That'd look funnier, probably. What are we thinking so far? Just not noticing this. Let's not include this yet. Just so we can move things after. There's something up. Didn't know what. This is more accurate. I do have to remove some of this stuff, but that should be fine, right? Just do this here. What do y'all think? I'll get the actual channel specific emotes out too, so don't worry guys. This is just a fun one just because like I figured if he's being noisy, people could just use it. It is funny when he does it. It is funny. It's just never expected. This is our original color, and then we just turn that back on, and then we go back to here. I need to grab whatever color was in here on the other one, and then we go Pretty much like that. I don't know if I want the whole thing to be shaded inside, but some of it is fine. I can unshade this part right in here, just so we know this is like part of the inner of the ear. It's shaded. And I'd like to do this as well. Just so we know it's also just shading right there. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I feel like I could have darkened the white a little bit more. Should have made it the darkest dark though. Why did I do that? Or like, why didn't I do that? And what is? Oh, that's the first layer on top. Let me get rid of the first layer then on this spot. And then we're gonna go back to this one. This one right here. Okay, what else should we add to this? Wanted to make a little bit of, like, fur texture on here, but wasn't sure what to do that with. Except for this, which does work, which is a little bit interesting. Essentially, it'd be kind of hard. This is a major trust the process moment. I'm just gonna try something. Should add some lighter colors in there. Should do this first and then go back over it. So I don't like the look of just a flat color, but also not the best at rendering either. Also not used to drawing animals recently. I am gonna say it does look better with that rather than without it. It just adds a little bit more depth. Put this right here real quick. It does turn around a little bit different like that, huh? It's not on this one. Huh. Oh, that's why, yeah. I think it's important to know where to put this, though. Because you don't want it everywhere. But just enough to give a little bit of depth. There we go. We could do a little bit on the ear, I guess. Because we don't have, like, anything on that. Wish I could do, like, a lighter color with this, too. Which I usually would, but it's because it's on a multiply layer and it makes it a little bit darker. Also, it has a specific color set to it. So that's why I want it to be a little bit darker down here by the tip. Okay. I wonder if there's anything else we can do. I mean, we could probably darken the eye a little bit. Because his eye isn't that bright. I did add this to make it a little bit more colorful, I guess? Okay, let's do that, and then make a darker color. Oh, I didn't fill it in. It's not very dark, though. Okay, that's a little bit more accurate. I think I'm happy with that for now. We're gonna have no color behind it. It's gonna look like this, pretty much. But yeah, this is one of the projects we did today, and then we did, this is for the emote, the 0 bark emote. And then we have this part right here. Let me just remove this. Where? There you are. Wait. I don't know if it's gonna be called woof or 0 arf or what it's gonna be called. yet, but we also did another project today. We worked on 2 of Zero's Pokemon forms, because I just had to make him into one. Every time he barks at something, he looks like this, essentially. So yeah, I did these 2 forms, his middle and full-grown form. It just sounds so funny to say. But yes, I turned my dog into a Pokemon. The first one I did a few days ago off stream, but I decided to do this today. So yeah, we got this one done today, and then this one is mostly done. I could probably do a few more things, maybe add some fur texture or something. Figure out how to do that. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This was day 281 of streaming every single day, and our 50th art stream. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Later.